Hi, I'm making this video as a response to another video that has been recently posted in a Facebook group from a newcomer in Genus, a new Genus owner, and he basically asks how to operate these knobs. Okay, so whether we can, how do we change the knobs and how can we reset these values of these knobs. Okay, so I'd like to explain it a little bit in depth. Now, I apologize in advance because English is definitely not my native language, but I'll try to do my best to explain it, as good as I can, okay? So that being said, let's start. So indeed in Genus, and to some extent this video basically is also applicable to the SX series, because they have two assignable knobs here. Two assignable controllers in the left part of the keyboard, but I'll obviously show it on Genus. I think we'll be able to borrow these ideas to apply also on to these models as well. Okay, so getting back to Genus, we have here 6 assignable knobs. Okay, and we also have a button called Knob Assign that can switch the associations of these knobs. Okay, so let's start with the first mode. The first mode is here. We can say, I don't know whether you can see it clearly here because of screen resolution, obviously no. So it's cutoff, resonance, attack, release, reverb, and the chorus. Okay, so these are parameters that can be changed by or altered by these knobs. Okay, so the question basically was what happens. What happens when I turn the cutoff all the way down to get, this muddy sound? Then I turn up the resonance and then the reverb. Okay, I guess it was in the first mode here. I'll explain a little bit later the difference between the two, but between them But now the basic idea is that these knobs change some parameters that are accessible through the mixer. So in order to understand better what happens when we change or turn down or up these knobs, what happens in the mixer. So let's see. Okay, so I'll revert one by one to their initial position. Okay, and then we go to the mixer. Now I've assigned the mixer to the button A, assignable button A, but obviously you can, access it through the menu, it's the same. Now, in the mixer there is a filter, okay, the filter tab. So the first knob assign is basically, it handles all the parts like right 1, right 2, right 3, and the left part, okay. So when we start to play with the cutoff, pay attention here. So you see, all the parts go down, all the parts go up. Now the same basically holds for the resonance. Okay. As for the, as for the reverb param, we have here a chorus reverb. Okay, and then you see all the parameters of the left, right, right 2, right 3 can be controlled. Now Yamaha engineers, as far as I know at least, they didn't give us the possibility to individually set up which parts we would like to which parts should be affected by these knobs. So I can set it in this mode, at least I can set it to operate only the right 2 part or something like that. So for this I'll have to to operate through the mixer. So I am pushing this one, it gets the focus, and then with the dial wheel I can change it. Okay. And then also when I set the focus to it, let's turn it all the way up, okay, the right 2 parameter, I can press simultaneously minus and plus button, these 2 buttons, and it will revert to the default position. Okay, so that's it. Now the same holds, of course, for the cutoff. Let's switch back. Okay. Again. Revert to the default position. Okay, that's it. Now the third mode makes basically just the same, but it's all about the change in the change of the style. Okay, so let's go to the filter, okay, and then go to the style. Okay, so now style cutoff, as you see, it changes all the parts of the style. Okay, there are 8 parts in the style as usual in Yamaha keyboards, so it changed all of them. Now unfortunately, if you operate like this, you can't really revert one by one their settings. In this case, that also what I've seen in the answers and what I've posted by myself as an answer, you shouldn't really work with these knobs, but instead, okay, you can or operate through the mixer like I've shown before, or you can use your registration buttons. Now I'm not going to dive deep into the registration memory concept because at least it deserves its own video, but still let's see. Let's see, I'm going to cut off only the drum part, okay, and then I'm pressing memory 1, okay, and I memorize this setting to the first registration memory cell. Now then I'm going to set it to 0, for example, okay, and then I'm going to memorize it in the second registration memory cell. Now when I switch, you'll see that only this one changed. So this, you see, -64 and then 0. So this mechanism basically allows a fine-grained control over the switches that you would like to do. Now, I think that pretty much summarizes my thoughts about this question, and thanks again for posting the video that illustrates the problem. In this case, in this way, I could clearly understand much better what exactly would you like to do with your Genos, and congratulations with the magnificent instrument, I would say. And have a nice day. Thank you so much.